So for many years, we were doing configuration, and the configuration that we had, like in the past, it was only for one system, and then we couldn't deploy and do automation for many Linux operating system. Imagine that you're, for example, machine A, and then you have 100 machines under A, and then you want to deploy some configuration under those machines. So in the past, it was like that. We created kind of a script, and then we run that script on each machine. So nowadays, we have kind of technology which is called Ansible, and that brings automation. We have also Chef, Puppet, but that's like uh, the is a little complicated and is not like easy as Ansible. Ansible is very easy, but what we are doing is just showing you how it works. So then you can expand it to many like machines that you have. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to install Ansible. For example, this is my machine A. So you add here Ansible. So what you should do here, first of all, you add the repository of Ansible. Repository, and the repository is ppa Ansible / Ansible. Okay, Jammy, description is Ansible. Press enter to continue, right? So we are adding this repository. So then what you do, you just update your repository, apt-get update. And what you do then, under your repository, Ansible is enabled, so apt-get install Ansible. Usually Ansible, how it works, it has a kind of host, and then under that configuration of a host, you define the number of a host that you have. It only works with Linux operating system. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm defining machine B as my the list of my machine that I have, and then um, add the IP addresses. So I go nano etc Ansible host. So this is like a configuration that you can add for Ansible. So there are some samples. For example, you can add the servers here. You see that the IP address of the DB servers, or if you have a different version of a Linux operating system, you can list it here. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna say, okay, this machine is my server machine. So like I'm gonna do is server. So the list of the servers that I have here, server 1, and that's Ansible underline host. So yeah, then you put the IP address of your host machine. So in my case, this machine is my host. So I put this one. Okay, let me exit from this connection. If config is 192.168.199.137. So then you put here 192.168.199.137. And under here, you can define what type of variables you want to have. So I'm using here Ansible underscore Python as an interpreter. Okay, so usually when you're enabling this Python should be enabled, and that's my Python version 3. Wait, this is like configuration that I have for my list. And okay, let me add this one, and then I can do Ansible. I think Ansible now is enabled, so you can use tab inventory. You see that dash dash list dash Y. So it will show me the inventory that I have. So you see that I have one server, which is 192.168.1 37 199.137, and is using this type of interpreter. So there is like, I think, certificate here between the server and the client. So I put my keys, this type of keys that I generate here on this machine. So I don't think I have a now SSH connection between these two machines. Let me test it. Ansible, if I do Ansible all dash m ping, and the user is Ubuntu. So it's saying that, do you want to continue? Yes. It will fail. Why? Because we don't have that public key of this machine, and I haven't copied that my public key to machine B. So what I'm gonna do, I actually did it in a reverse way. I should have done it on the machine B and then use the machine A as a server. That way was better because I had the keys here. Well, you can fix this issue by generating the key. Like you can do SSH dash key generation and like repeat that steps that we had. And then I copy my keys now to the second machine, machine B dash ID, and then Ubuntu at sign 192.168.199, 199.137, and then Ubuntu. So you see that my key is now added. So if I come back here now, do this one. Yeah, you see that I can ping now the machine of B, right? Because Ansible now is working. So if imagine that if you have a lots of servers, then you can realize which one is down, which one is up by doing this command. Or another one that I can show you, for example, I want to see um, the hard drive of a machine B. So I can do Ansible all dash A df dash H, and the user is dash user is Ubuntu. That works only for user Ubuntu. You see that? Then it will tell me for server one, we have this df-h. And if you compare it with df-h here, so you see that that's the same size that we are getting remotely with the Ansible command. Also, you can do this way, like you can use the uptime for user Ubuntu, like uptime, and then it will return the uptime of this machine. If you want to only specify one server, so when I'm using all means whatever server that I have that under the configuration file that I created. If you want to only one server, then you can write it like this: Ansible server one dash m ping dash user Ubuntu. That means that only show me the ping for server one. And then you don't need to go for all. So it can be all, means that less of configuration, or it can be only one server. And that's basically is about Ansible.